guys, Barbara here. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day today. I'm back with a second recipe this week because you guys know that this is Holy Week and I had quite a few things that I wanted to share with you guys for Holy Weekend for Easter, okay? So today this recipe is gonna be hot cross cheese buns and I'm gonna make them small like sliders. You're watching the Bear Pantry Show. This recipe normally makes like 2 of the loaves about that size, but I'm gonna make like little sliders, so I don't know how much I'm gonna get yet out of it, okay? But this is the half recipe from what I have in my cookbook. And by the way guys, this is on page 25 of the cookbook, and what I'm gonna do is put the recipe at my blog. I'm gonna put a link here so you guys can go to it, and I'll have this half recipe and I'll have the full recipe, so if you guys want to do more, okay? So click on that little link and go. Alright, so first of all I want to kind of show off. My dad brought this back from Belize for me when he went for Christmas. It's an old-fashioned kneading bowl, and I know one of my viewers was trying to bring one of these for me forever, and she couldn't even find it because they're not like in existence anymore in Belize. And even if you found it, it would have been so hard for you to bring it. So thank you for trying, because Daddy went through a lot of trouble to bring this. And when I went to visit them right after they came back from Christmas vacation, he was so proud to hand it to me. So this is the first time I'm using it here on the show. So here we go. This is the star of the show today, a mahogany kneading bowl. Anyways, 4 3/4 cups of all-purpose flour. If you don't have a 3/4 cup like this, I have this because my friend Lisa gave it to me. Just use a 1/2 and a 1/4, okay? That's why we need to know fractions, kids. Anyways, here are the rest of the ingredients. This is only 2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. This is a 1/2 cup plus 6 tablespoons of sugar. This is the way it breaks down when you're trying to half the recipe, okay? This is about 6 1/2 ounces of coconut milk. It won't kill it if you put a little bit more or a little bit less, so don't worry about that. The butter is 2 tablespoons plus 2 teaspoons. Pretty simple, right? And then we're gonna move over here to show what else we're gonna need. So this part over here is just to activate the yeast, okay? We're gonna need 1/2 cup of warm water, and I usually just get it from the faucet. And this is, I think, a 1/2 teaspoon of sugar. I'll put the thing up. And 1 tablespoon of the active dry yeast, and I have a bowl to activate it in. We're gonna need about a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla extract, some extra water, some extra warm water, and I think I have like 4 ounces here. We're gonna see as we go along. And this is only about a cup of grated cheese, and it's extra sharp cheddar, okay? Because this is going to be hot cross cheese bun. I think that's the name that I'm going to name it. Anyways, let's get started with the making of our buns. Let me activate my yeast. This is the warm water, and then yeast, of course, and the sugar. Let me give this a stir and set this aside for about 8 to 10 minutes. Meanwhile, let me work on my dry ingredients. I've made a well here. I'm adding the sugar, the baking powder, and the cinnamon. And I'm going to have some fun by just scooping this all up like this. It's looking beautiful. The board's looking nice on camera. Now let me make a well again to add my butter and my yeast mixture. And remember in the beginning I said you can use more of the coconut milk if you want. If you're going to do that, you're going to use less water at the end, okay? So let me go ahead and add this slowly, get it worked in. And yeah, now time for the milk. A little bit at a time. And I just have to keep working it in and scooping and scooping and scooping. Because it's not in a regular bowl, guys. It's coming nice, though. Why did I want to use this kneading bowl again? It's fun, though. You know what? This brings back a lot of memories of my Aunt Tylene using a kneading bowl just like this to make Belizean Creole bread and bun on Saturdays. Now, it's time for me to add my cheese. And I'm using 1 cup, and it's extra sharp cheddar. I forgot to show you guys that I used up all the water that I set aside at the beginning too, okay? Now the dough is too sticky. Let me clean up my hands. Normally, you would set the dough on that to continue rising, but I want to stick this in the oven to get it away from the light and stuff. So I'm just going to wash that and clean it up and stick it in this bowl, okay? You don't have to grease the bowl because this bun or bread is not sticky at all. So we're almost ready. So into the bowl it goes, and I'm just going to cover it up with my beautiful dish towel. Thank you again, Shanika, for giving this to me. 1 hour later, it's doubled in size. Look at the specks of cheese on it. It's gorgeous. It feels good in my hands too. I don't know why people don't like kneading, because it's such fun. It's so, oh, it's like therapy for me. Just knead it, squeeze it. Look at the air bubble. Shh, bust it. I'm having a lot of fun, as you guys can tell. So just let me go ahead and get this worked in really well. And I'm going to make it kind of like a log, because I want to see how many pieces I can get out of it, okay? So let me pinch it here and then use my new tool that Jada bought for me for Christmas. And I get so excited when I get kitchen stuff. We want to go at the 1-inch mark. So I'm going to measure and cut. And this is just a guide, because if they're too big, I'm going to cut them smaller, okay? So just let me get through this. And I'm hoping that I can get like 10 pieces to a dozen pieces out of this. So let me go ahead and knead this little one here. Roll it, roll it, roll it. I always roll it like this, pinch the bottom, and then I set it on the countertop and then roll it there, okay? So there's a lot of pinching that happens in the hand first before I do this. And just roll it like this. Pretty cool. Now I'm going to have to make the cross, because these are going to be hot cross cheese buns. Remember I said that at the beginning? So I'm going to use some dough to make the cross. So this is why I'm hoping I can get like a dozen, because the cross sometimes eat up some of the material that we need to get another roll. So here's the one cross. Some people flatten the cross out with the rolling pin, but I like my cross to have some depth or some dimension to it. So see? Pretty cool. Let's do another one. See how I roll it like this? I fold, I tuck, nip, tuck, rolled, nip, tuck, roll, and then just roll it like this on the counter. This is how I knead. Other people do it differently, but this is how I knead. Make another cross, and then just start setting them aside on the counter until I can get a greased baking sheet. You want to take a look? See? I've got the first 2 going here, and then I've got some more to do. And look now. Let's see how many we got. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Yes, I got the dozen that I wanted. Now let me set them on the greased baking sheet. Well, 2 greased baking sheets. Pretty cool right here. Cover them up. 1 hour later, guys. It always takes an hour for me. Look at them. Nice and beautiful. So now the oven is preheating to 325 degrees Fahrenheit, because the buns need to bake slower than the breads. The buns have more sugar, okay? Stick them in here, and then about 35 minutes later, this first one is done. I got to switch the bottom row to the top, but now they're all done, and I'm contemplating glazing them. I have this one glazed, but I'm still debating if I'm going to glaze the rest of them with the sugar and water or not. This is not no 1 a penny, 2 a penny. If I'm selling these are going to be like $2 a piece. These are so good though, guys. Take a look, see? Gorgeous. And I put the sugar water on top with a little barbecue brush, you know, awesome. So I hope you guys try this one. The specks that you see on top of the breads or the buns is the cheese. So I can't wait to dive into one of these and taste it. I'm gonna like cut it open and eat a half, or like with ham or something. But you can eat it by itself. You can have peanut butter, jelly, whatever you want, egg. I mean, these are so tasty. I know my friend Calandra. I know Calandra still watches. Her mouth is gonna be watering with these, or for these, because I sent her some of these before. Not the cheese ones, but just some Belizean buns. Thank you guys so much for watching the show, for liking, for subscribing, for sharing, and for all that you do to support me. Until I see you guys again, take care. Thank you so much for watching, liking, and subscribing. Please check out my other channels, the Product Review channel, my family vlogs, and Joe's channel. You can find all the links in the description box below.